Wolfgang Croskey with Croskey Real Estate, and today we're going to talk about what are some things you should do as a landlord when you have a rental in Pittsburgh this time of year. So today is October 1st. It is the start of fourth quarter. As you can see right now, it's overcast, slight chance of sprinkles, but we're getting into fall and winter. For a lot of landlords, this is a time to maybe not think about their rental. Leasing season is over. You got your tenant in place and cash flow has started now because rents will start coming in. But winter is a great time to do two things. One, prepare for taxes. Think about your tax strategy. We're not going to talk about that because I'm not a CPA, not licensed to give tax advice, but this is definitely a time where you want to start looking at and getting ready for the end of year financials and just get everything in order, make life easier for you when it comes tax time. The other thing you want to do is get your house, your property, if it's a multi-unit property, ready for winter. The best time to prepare for winter is before the winter. Some of the most frequent calls that come in from tenants in the winter would be leaky roofs, heat not working. That's what we see the most here in Pittsburgh. So what can you do to try to prevent those calls from coming? Because they're always going to come in on the weekend, at night, or during the holidays. And I can tell you right now, vendors are going to be busy. You're going to have an irate tenant. It's already stressful because of holidays and winter and all that. So let's look at what you can do now. The first thing you can do is get your HVAC system serviced for the winter. Have a company come out, get it cleaned, get it serviced. Look for any glaring issues that could surface later on in the winter. Get them addressed now before it's cold. That's the easiest thing to do. Make sure your tenants are changing their filters. Part of what we do in our condition assessments twice a year is we make sure that filters are getting changed frequently. So take care of that. The next thing is go around the property and look for evidence of entry points by rodents or squirrels. As it gets colder, those little critters want to come in, make a home. They are going to come in your rental, and once they're in, it's really hard to get them out. So unfortunately, there isn't a 3-day notice for rats or squirrels. They have a much different eviction process. But go ahead and look for those areas now. Look at the foundation vents on the property. It doesn't take a very big opening for a little animal to get in. So get those closed up. Recommend using like a 1/4-inch square hardware cloth. You get it at Home Depot, but it's great to cover up holes. Still lets airflow go through if you need to. If you don't, there's different products that you can use to seal up those areas. And some of the entry points are actually going to be up on the roof where you don't normally see. We have a house right now that we're dealing with squirrels. The squirrels got in through a vent area on the roof. So get those sealed up. And then the next one, as the leaves start to fall, clean your gutters. It is an easy thing to do. No, do not make that a tenant responsibility. You do not want your tenants on a ladder trying to clean out gutters. That is just a recipe for disaster. So if your current practice is to make the tenants clean the gutters, you need to stop that right now. You can hire somebody to go and get the gutters cleaned. I highly recommend it. Clogged gutters, water backs up. Water's got to go somewhere. It's either going to cause the gutters to maybe fall or get damaged, or it's going to find another way out and could cause damage to the actual property. So clean the gutters. So the 3 things that you can do right now, in addition to thinking about tax strategy, is get your HVAC system serviced, look for entry points for rodents, and then get the gutters cleaned. It's probably a little early right now for the gutters because I'm looking and most of the trees, the leaves are still green. But as they start to fall, get those cleaned out. So you do those 3 things, you can save yourself a lot of heartache and stress. So just do those now. If there's something that we can do to help you, give us a call. Croskey Real Estate. We are the Pittsburgh property management experts, and we love helping Pittsburgh landlords. Have a great day.